everyone, welcome to Van Time. My name's John and we are talking Ford Transit. This is my 2017 Ford Transit. Some of you already know that, you've watched some of my other videos. And I wanted to give myself time to break out of that, that honeymoon effect that pretty much everybody gets when they put up a car review and they love everything about their car. Of course they love everything about their car. It's brand spanking new. I mean, you still have that new car smell, the off-gassing of all those chemicals from the plastics and the foam and the materials. Nothing like good chemical smell, right? Yeah, well, we all like it. So, because we associate that with a brand new car. I would say I'm still kind of in that honeymoon period. I'm coming out of it slowly. There's certain things that I'm not too keen on. I don't find the seats that comfortable. I mean, I'm in this thing for three and a half hours one way. Yeah, I'm doing the whole, rearranging myself, trying to find something comfortable. The cool hand on the stick shift. Trying to, and this, forget this. I mean, who designed this window? Why, if I, and I'm too far away, totally uncomfortable. Yes, okay, I get it. I'm supposed to sit like this. Yeah, well, right. That I didn't like too much. I find it a little uncomfortable. But, let's face it, I already signed the contract. I'm done. This is my truck. There's no give backs here. The armrests, I find, from my Econoline, I find these like a little cheap. I'm pretty sure there's only plastic in there. I will admit, though, I do like the fact that, they are adjustable. So that is really nice. That is a bonus. And that was one of my big gripes from my Econoline. That, that freaking armrest. And they were forever loosening up and get in there with your Torx and tighten those suckers up. I like the radio. The radio is really cool. This particular van was pretty much just the base model. It had no liner in the back on the bed, no wall. As you can see, there's no wall covers or anything. I'm going to put those in later. Probably using wood on the bottom. For the roof, I'm thinking I'm going to go with corrugated plastic and just use the push pins with some insulation on the top. What do we got here? Looks like a truck on the side of the road. Anyway, it's not my problem. I'm busy. To do my insulation and all that, just to try and keep it light, and easy to get to if something happens, Oh, there are some things that I find a little stupid. Like if you notice these pockets on the door, when you open, you have a pocket. Oh, look at that. Nice little storage place. When you close the door, you can't get to it. What the hell are you supposed to put in those things? Cup holders. I do like the cup holder by the window here. I love it. Just reach forward, grab your drink. Life is good. The cup holders, but of course, coming from my Econoline to the Ford Transit, I'm always constantly reaching for my drink right in the center. But I'll break through. I'll break off of that. It's just a habit change, no big deal. So I do like the cup holder there. The bigger slots beneath your cup holders at either side, I guess you could. They're for like bigger bottles. I mean, you could fit like a liter bottle in there, I guess, or a large water bottle or something. So I guess they're good for that. There is a small there is this small business card holder. So you can tell that this van, the whole idea of this van, is aimed for the subcontractor or the contractor, the guy that works out of his van. And that's great. I have my little cell phone that, I don't know where the hell it is right now, but that fits right in there. My little mini track phone, boom, put it right in there, fits nice. Okay, Another thing I love about this van is the overhead console, or the shelf. I love that thing. It's the bee's knees for me. I trust me, I hit my head on it when I'm trying to get to the back here. But I do like it. I mean, I will be using it once I figure out what I'm going to put up there. I really don't have anything. What else? It has a glove box. How many years have we been sitting in our Ford Econolines, for those of you who have had Ford Econolines, and you haven't had a glove box? That's a big thumbs up, big improvement, like that. But there's also this other little compartment at the center console, and it's like way down there, and it's like it's useless. Why even bother having it there? I guess they could have figured something else, or they had no idea what they wanted to put there, so they just put a cubby hole or something. But you know, you put stuff in there and it rolls out. Ask me how I know. What else can we go over on this? Overall, it's a nice van. It drives, I have to say, it drives like a minivan. No, it doesn't drive like my Econoline. It handles this weight, and I've filled it up a little bit more weight than this, and it handles it fine. The suspension has no problem taking it. I thought the tires might be a little bit of a problem, but they don't appear to be affected by the extra weight, you know. But with them being smaller, they will wear faster than the, what did I have on there? 245s on my van, my Econoline. Speakers. 6 speakers. I'll tell you right now, the rear speakers in a cargo van are absolutely, well, I'm not going to say useless, but when you're sitting in the front driving, you got your radio on, you ain't hearing the back speakers, trust me, unless you start playing with the fade and then you lose your volume because it can only go up so high. The tweeters, on the other hand, are an absolute bonus. They do play the highs, and if you like to listen to your music, it does add to the sound effect that you're getting. You enjoy it better. I needed for my van, it had to be an absolute, the Bluetooth, so my phone could run off the radio, answer calls and that. The other thing was cruise control. I had to have cruise control. You know, you're on the highway, you don't want to be having, you know, you want to move around your legs and that. So cruise control is a plus. And the other thing was the air conditioning. I hate humid weather. I'm a big guy. Humid weather is not my friend. So I like to have my air. What else? I like the shifter where it is. I think that's a really cool place to put it. I like it there. It actually is a place for me to rest my hand. Gives me a different sitting arrangement so I can, you know, move around, change around. One thing I do dislike is the handbrake. Having it right there between the seats, like, really? There's already barely enough room for me to get my butt back there between the seats. Having that handbrake there is a real pain. And looking down, I mean, they could have put a lever, I mean, down here by the little footwell or something. They could have done it. Maybe it would have cost more in metal or something. I don't know. But what I will tell you, one thing I did find a little disconcerting is that my wife owns we bought her last year, a Ford Escape. So it's a 2016 Ford Escape. And it's not it's a 2-wheel drive, you know, we just got like a regular version. It had some extras, you know, with the backup camera and the GPS and that. So apart from the all-wheel drive, it's got a lot of stuff on it. But her steering wheel is exactly the same as my steering wheel. So it kind of makes me feel like I'm driving her Ford Escape. I don't feel like I'm driving a truck. Hence, when I said it kind of feels like a minivan. Now, I get that a lot of this stuff is exactly the same between different models, and it makes a lot of sense, even though most people might, not like it. Like myself, I like to know that I have something a little more different than some other model. But it's cheaper. And down the road, in years to come, it also will be cheaper to get second-hand parts. If your steering column is exactly the same as a Ford Escape, or a Ford Focus, or a Ford Fusion, they're going to be an abundance of them down the road. So if you need to change something out, you're going to have a lot of choices to choose from. So that's a good thing. I don't like the tilt steering or the adjustable steering on the van. I find it's just not adjustable enough. And this whole thing about it tilting down, I mean, I probably would have preferred if the end of the steering wheel, instead of going up and down like this, that it actually just tilted like this. That I would have preferred more. I like the telescoping part. I like being able to bring the steering wheel out closer to me a bit, because I like to sit far away from my steering wheel. I don't like to be, kissing it. So that is, kind of a little thing for me. The buttons on either side of the instrument cluster, where your traction control is, which I believe is standard on the buttons on the side. You can see the traction control button, and you could probably, if you move your head, but they're not really that visible, which is kind of good, because I like buttons, and I hate when I see places there should be buttons and there ain't no buttons. Kind of disconcerting to me. I like buttons. I would really like if someone could aftermarket make some really cool buttons to put in there. I really don't care if they do anything. I just want something to push. I know it's silly, but it's cool. I don't know. I don't want to say it's a guy thing, because there's women who love the push buttons. I know my wife loves to push my buttons all the friggin' time. I don't know. This is one of my little things. But there are places like that I find like totally useless, where you guys are sitting right now, where this camera is mounted. It's mounted as a piece of plastic in the middle of my windshield that serves absolutely no purpose. I don't have a rear view mirror because I have no windows in the back of the van. There's no lane departure system on this van, so I'm not equipped with it. And yet they got this piece of plastic there. So there's nothing there. I'd have to take it off and see what the hell's there to see why it's there. Big console here for the lights, but that's all that's there. They could have just did away with this for this model. Just had the little tiny dome light right up there, and they would have saved all the space and plastic and weight. Let's not forget weight. A couple of grams at least. Climate control. Yeah, well, it's going to take time to really see. I mean, it works. Nice blow. It blows good air out and that. I would have liked if they would have done with the vents on this like they did with my wife's Escape, and put little knobs to close the vents off, the ones that you don't want to use. That would have been nice. But the only way you close them off is by pushing the vent all the way down. So, let's see how that works out. Headlights. There's a big beef I have. Ford, you guys got to really fix this, because I'm really old school, and when you start these new vehicles, my wife's car, my son's car, he has a Ford Fusion. When you start these vehicles, freaking dash lights come on. And in the old days, like even the 2007 Ford Econoline that I have, you started the vehicle, the dash lights were not on. So, I mean, it was a little, it was a telltale that, hey, buddy, you're driving at night, you can't see your instrument cluster. Well, chances are your headlights aren't on. I can't tell you the amount of times I've, filled up or started off, no headlights. And I mean, I drove a few miles, no friggin' lights. Yes, I have DRLs, daytime running lights, but in the back, there was no way to tell I was a vehicle there, I mean, I don't have, my wife has auto headlights, so she never even thinks about turning on her headlights. I don't. So if I don't turn the headlight switch on, I got no parking lights, no headlights. And the only way I find out that I forgot to turn them on is Of course, there's the little green light in the dash and the instrument cluster. But when I go to put my high beams on when I'm on the highway at night, and they don't stay on, I'm like, what the hell? Something else wrong now? Yeah, dummy, you forgot to turn the headlights on. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. And if you'll notice, there is one thing missing from this little end clip here. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a future video. My name's John. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hey, I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.